It's Sunday morning. Stand up and dance if you're feeling it. I start my day with love. I start my day with love. That's what I get more of is love. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of is love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, 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 love. I start my day with peace. When I start my day with peace, I feel that sweet release of peace. I start my day with peace. When I start my day with peace, I feel that sweet release of peace. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. I start my day with joy. I start my day with joy. Everything I do it gives me joy. I start my day with joy. I start my day with joy. Everything I do is it gives me joy. I choose joy, joy, joy. Joy, joy, joy. Joy, joy, joy. Joy, joy, joy. Good morning. How is everybody? Good, good, good. Boy, I think we need some more energy in here, don't we? Everybody should just stand up and go, they're so easy.
Ask and you shall
I
receive.
love it. Thank you. I needed that. All right. Actually, I need page 1. Here we go. So, thank you so much, Roy Martin Broadbooks, for your beautiful music this morning. And I do mean beautiful. I love that guitar music. Thank you so much. I have a few announcements here. Let's see. Next week, just a heads up, so that's the 4th Sunday, we have early guided meditation at 9:45 to 10:15. So that includes just a little bit of music and a big chunk of group silence. So if you love meditation, you should try meditating together. What a great vibration we get into this building to set the tone for that Sunday morning service, which also offers prayers at the candles and writing a name on the board to include in loose prayer. So that's the 4th Sunday, which is next Sunday. This Wednesday evening is the 3rd Wednesday, and so we will be offering Evensong. Want to say something about that?
One of my favorite things we do here, opening to the presence within, using song and silence. So we do that in candlelight and quotes and songs and silence.
Nice, thank you, David. Today is the 3rd Sunday. Can you smell some potluck happening downstairs? So we'll have potluck after the service, and then we're starting our very special workshops that will last all year long on the 3rd Sundays. And Yolanda, there you are, clear in the back, yes. So if you have questions about the workshop, ask Yolanda. They'll start today. If you feel stuck or unable to move forward, these are great workshops for you. A new year, new beginnings. Every day is a new beginning. Be the power that sustains peace in the moment. I am presence. And so she's going to offer several different topics and techniques. And these will last all year long on the third Sundays, and those are all for a love offering, on a love offering basis. So they last about an hour and a half. We will be sure that everybody who would like to be at the workshop is up here before we start. So if you have questions, there is a flyer over here. I made some more copies, and Yolanda is here to ask questions today. So thank you, Yolanda, for your service to this center. Okay, we also have our annual business meeting is set for Sunday, March 3rd following the service. So everyone is invited to hear about the business aspects of the center, how we're doing financially, where your financial contributions go, where they've gone the past year, and our plans for the coming year in 2024. March 3rd following the service. Tax statements for your tithing donations are in alphabetical order on the little black round table out front. So help yourself with that. If you don't find yours in there, please just ask me and I'll see why. Coming up soon, next week, right? So Easter actually is coming up soon, March 31st. So we're putting together again this year a choir for that Easter service, and choir practices start next Sunday.
Yeah, so we'll do that for 6 Sundays in a row. After fellowship downstairs, we come up here, and the 7th one will be Easter. So you don't have to know anything about music or reading music, just a desire to sing, and we'll sing together. That's it.
Sounds great. Okay, also last announcement I think here is the class, Basic Principles of Science of Mind class. They will start Thursday, March 7th. They go from 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. for 8 weeks, every Thursday for 8 weeks, all the way through March, all the way through April until the 25th. There's a sign-up sheet on the handout table. The cost is $150, which includes a workbook, or you can also audit that class, which means you've taken the class before and you'd like to take it again. This may be the only time that we teach this class during the year. I'm not quite sure. If I have a lot of interest in the fall, we might repeat the class in the fall, but I need at least, a fair amount of people coming to be able to do the class, just for the class's sake, that we have a lot of participation and conversation going on in the class as well. And something to keep in mind, in September, we always welcome new members. You can become a member of CSL in September, and really what that means then is you can vote on issues that we would vote at the annual meetings on, and you can also serve on the core council. You have to be a member of the center for 6 months to serve on our core council. So one of the other requirements to serve on our core council is to have taken this Basic Science of Mind Principles class. So just for a heads up, if you're looking for that, the class you have to be a member in the class, you have to have the class taken. So all of that starting, please sign up so I can be sure I have enough workbooks. All right, I think that's all the announcements this morning that seem complete. All right, so now it's time for us just to take a breath together. Really bring our consciousness and our awareness centered right here in our center space in our body, in our center space in our mind, and right here in this CSL center as we speak our purpose statement together now. As an intentional spiritual community, the purpose of CSL is to be a living environment for individuals to realize that we are all unique emanations of God, the love intelligence governing the universe. We embody the truth of our oneness with God, and we consciously practice this truth in our everyday life. Through the exploration of new thought, ageless wisdom, and the energy of unconditioned love, we are dedicated to individual transformation and to being a beneficial presence in the world.
I will make a quiet place within my mind, and I will listen, Holy Spirit. I will listen. I will make a quiet place within my heart, and I will listen, Holy Spirit. I will listen. Be still, my soul, be still. Be still, my soul, be still. Be still and know. I will make a quiet place within my life, and I will listen, Holy Spirit. I will listen. I will make a quiet place. I will make a quiet place. I will make a quiet place.
What a wonderful moment this is, to feel the presence of God that permeates in and around and through me, the very essence of my being. And I invite you to join with me and rest in this presence of divine spirit. And I know that God is all there is. Omnipotent, omnipotent, and omnipresent. Spirit is the Alpha and the Omega, and all that exists in between, all that was, all that is, and all yet to be. Pure potential, pure good. And I am the expression of this potential happening right here and now. And I know this for all people and all creation. that we are here on purpose, a gift from God, a gift to each other, all part of this joyful, living, wonderful creation. And I know for each of us that God is celebrating itself as life. We each allow ourselves to be reborn into a new idea of being, a new idea of life, and a new way that love is happening here. I see and claim and accept that love, the joy, the harmony, all the wisdom that is our birthright. And flowing through each and every one of us is a sense of peace, of ease and comfort. And we trust as we connect with the newness of this moment. We live in this overflow of love, feeling only goodwill, compassion, kindness, and love for all. And I bless the request in the prayer chest and the desires of your heart, for they are enfolded in love and peace, ease, and comfort. Spirit energizes each request with wholeness and perfection, manifesting abundance, health, joy, and compassion. The gifts of Spirit are being revealed and manifest right now. I bless the service and the volunteers that serve so much in loving kindness. I bless the message that opens our consciousness to a greater awareness of our divine essence. And I bless each one here today, knowing that divine love is being given and received. Grateful and thankful for our daily blessings, seen and unseen, the awesomeness of this truth. I am so grateful that this is the way it is, our beingness and the beingness of this universe. So I know this prayer is already fulfilled as I release this word with expectation and trust as we declare together, and so it is.
Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. 'Cause here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Get ready, my soul.
Good morning. The prayer chest is just down the stairs to the left against the wall. And please, if there is something that is troubling you, something on your mind, please leave your worries here. Put them in the prayer chest, and the practitioner will do affirmative prayer this week on your behalf. Imagination is more important than knowledge, for knowledge is limited, whereas imagination embraces the entire world, stimulating process, giving birth to evolution. Albert Einstein. And from Ernest Holmes, we live in a sea of perfect life, and we should take time to understand and sense this in our imagination. And from Muhammad Ali, the man who has no imagination has no wings.
Thank you, Lou. Okay, let's see. So here we are studying this book by Martha Beck. And the name of the book is Finding Your Way in a Wild New World. Reclaim your true nature to create the life you want. And I'm enjoying Martha Beck. I didn't really know much about her before. She holds 3 Harvard degrees in social science. And Oprah Winfrey has called her one of the smartest women she knows. Martha is a passionate and engaging speaker known for her unique combination of science, humor, and spirituality. And we kind of, at our Wednesday night service, which was film and discussion, we got a little touch of Martha Beck because I showed a video of her, and it was quite powerful, and she's quite humorous like that and kind of goofy, just like us. And so I really enjoyed it, and I am going to send the link to that YouTube that I showed tomorrow when I send out the email with the link of the service. I'll send that link out as well. And if you are not on our email list and you would like to be, there's a sign-up sheet out on that black round table. I keep saying it's black, it's covered with tie-dye, of course. What else is that? So put your email there if you would like to be on our list, and if you just want the YouTube channel, I'll have her put it on our website as well. And always, let's see, on our website, and all the information is on the handouts, or ask me or something. Anyway, the YouTube is really good. I really enjoyed it. I'm not going to tell what it was about, but it's very powerful and simple at the same time. So she's quite delightful. And in her readings, I also am enjoying her language and how she writes. In this book, she studies ancient cultures, wayfinders. Remember the first week we talked about wayfinders, and she also calls them menders. And those are people like you that are seeking the way in the natural world and seeking that inner presence within you. She calls you menders, people who are going to assist in a global awakening of consciousness, who believes there's a global awakening happening. Yeah, of consciousness, and people in here are assisting that. You're menders and healers and wayfinders. She studies shamanism, and she also has help in studying people today that are emulating those ancient ways of being and living, like horse whisperers, plant people, I bet we have plant people in here, people who just know how to deal with plants, right? Yep, I know we have those. So she talks about, this book is broken up into 4 parts, and she calls those the 4 technologies of magic. And they go in order. So she starts with wordlessness. Do you remember we talked about wordlessness the first week? And that is the state of being aware of life beyond language. beyond labels, names, interpretations, and judgments. Remember that old Rumi quote that says, beyond right and wrong, there's a field, I'll meet you there. So that's what she's talking about, wordlessness. That's something that we experience, that feeling, that presence within all people and all things. She says this is the first step in finding our way in this world. The first step, wordlessness. Drop the labels, drop the judgments, drop your own interpretations, and fall into that place where you fall in love with, or that namaste, right? I see you as God sees you. The God in me sees the God in you. Wayfinders or menders always first drop into wordlessness. So that's her first technology of magic. Her second technology of magic is oneness. She says once we drop into wordlessness, it leads us right into the realization that everything is connected. The second necessary mindset for creating the life you want is oneness, realizing that everything is connected. And she talks of oneness on many different levels, including nature, plants, animals, people, and even things. She talks about becoming one with the spoon as you ask it to bend for you. She has that in here, and that's an experiment she invites everyone to try. Becoming one. Remember those old jokes about becoming one with everything? Well, the joke's on them, right? So she goes into some really fascinating stories about animals, about horse whisperers, about the healing nature of animals and the oneness of us. Everybody who has had an animal has probably everyone in here has had an experience about feeling that oneness and that healing nature from some kind of an animal. She offers a lot of ways to practice oneness in this book. And of course, there's so much. I just can't go into everything in one. That's why I had to take up the whole time for oneness. And there's a lot left in her book to mostly practices. She practices with people, with energy, scientific studies, with muscle testing in a group of people, proving the connection of a large group of people. Who's done that muscle testing before? You've done that? Mm-hmm. And she does that. She does all kinds of studies and scientific studies with groups of people, and man, she knows a lot of people and goes a lot of places. She's a fascinating person to read about. The chapter that I'm going to choose to talk about today that I loved so much out of the whole oneness part of this is when she talks about oneness with plants in particular. And so I would like to read her words out of this book, and she's talking about the plants. We are made of just two things, stardust and sunshine. Unbearably chirpy as that sounds, it's factually true. Every molecule in your body was made in the belly of a massive star that exploded, hurling all the elements we know into space. Every spark of energy that enables you to walk and think and live comes from our favorite star, the sun, as its heat radiates energy to Earth. But using sunlight to animate stardust, or in other words, transforming matter and energy into a living creature, is a technology of magic no human has yet achieved. For that, we rely on another kingdom of beings, a kingdom some American Indian traditions call the Green Nation, plants. Don't you love that? The Green Nation. Wayfinders from all over the world and throughout history have cultivated, har har, she says, a special and loving relationship with plants. Get it? Cultivated. Yeah. a form of oneness that's essential for healing oneself and virtually all other life. In the grand scheme of life, plants have far more power over us than we do over them. If all humans disappeared, plants would thrive. If all plants disappeared, we'd die very promptly indeed. Every calorie we eat, as well as the oxygen we breathe, comes from plants, whether eaten directly or indirectly through animals that get their calories from plants. Your cells are ultimately made of rice and alfalfa and, especially if you're American, corn. Because we are what we eat, it's impossible not to be one with the plant kingdom. It's only possible to forget that we are one. This chapter is meant to remind you of your connection to the green nation for the purposes of healing yourself, others, and a world in which humans can survive. Fully experiencing this oneness with plants makes our connection with the entire world far more conscious and vibrant. And in some cases, with some menders, it can be powerful magic. We'll cover 2 types of oneness in this chapter: the physical connection between your body and the food or medicine created by plants, and the spiritual connection with the green nation that our culture barely acknowledges, though it's central to wisdom traditions of many cultures. Plants don't need us to create a green revolution. We are the ones whose lives depend on it. But as you begin to consciously experience your oneness with plants, these great beings will begin to care for you in turn. Isn't that lovely? What a worthwhile endeavor to deepen our awareness of oneness with just the green nation. I love that. She said the physical connection, she talks about the physical connection between our bodies and the food or the medicines that are created by plants, and our spiritual connection with the green nation. So I would like to talk for a minute about that spiritual connection with our food and our medicines. So I remember at one time I wondered to myself, is that correct? Can you wonder to yourself? That seems right. Seems right. I was like, why do we say grace before eating? Who says grace before eating? So a lot of times, I guess this came to me, my little grandson is being raised kind of traditional Christian, and he went to a little preschool that was a Christian preschool, and he would say grace, and I swear he didn't even know what the words were. They were just rambling off, in the right phrasing and everything, ending in Jesus' name or something like this. And I was like, well, what is he even saying? Or does he even know what he's saying? So I'm like, that started my thought process. Why do we say grace before eating, really? Is it to give thanks for the food? Is it to give thanks to all who had a part in bringing this food to us? Is it to give thanks for the nutrition in the food? Is it to give thanks to God for creating the food or making it available or growing it? So I really was just thinking deeper about this whole grace thing before eating. And I think that the answer is yes to all of those things. But I wondered just exactly what we're giving thanks for. And does God really need our gratitude? So I was thinking about those things. And then one day, after pondering this idea, the thought came to me that the power of the One, the power of God, can only bless and prosper and heal us when we're conscious of it. It's always there. It's always present. It's always a possibility, but it can only respond to us as we recognize and realize it to be present and available in us. Does that make sense? The purpose for me in saying grace before eating then is to consciously and deliberately recognize God or spirit or life or the universe, whatever word you want to give it, that as the power in the food I am about to eat. God is the power in the food I am about to eat. It's not the broccoli that has the power, but the life force energy within the broccoli has the power. And when I consciously call forth that life force energy in broccoli using the food, or the tool, sorry, can't read my own writing, using the tool of my mind, either in thought or words, like a grace, when I consciously call that forward, then God is activated in my experience through the broccoli. You see the magic in that? And the power of the one, or the intelligence of God, then assimilates it, takes that nutrition in the broccoli, sending it to the appropriate places in my body, and then eliminates it, whatever doesn't serve my body, in perfect and divine order. The intelligence of God in that broccoli knows what is perfect for my health and my balance and the well-being of my body. There's a spiritual connection because we are one and the same substance of God. It's God talking to God. God has all the information in the broccoli and in my body. Of course, it's easy to believe broccoli is good for me, right? Because the human collective as a whole believes this. We also have the common belief that sugar is harmful to our health. So unless we rise above those collective beliefs, then those are what are working in our subconscious mind. The collective will work in your subconscious mind, bringing that to fruition in your life, unless you consciously agree with something else, something different. And there is no law that sugar is harmful. Because if it was, everyone who ate sugar would be sick and die. Now, I have to look at my granny. She lived to be 100 years old. And I swear, she lived on sugar and coffee and white bread. You know, she was just, but what kept her alive was her gratitude for life. Her attitude kept her alive, and she was never sick. I don't ever remember her being sick. She broke her wrist when she was, 90 years old or something. It's the only thing I can ever really remember. And I always go back and think, yeah, there's no law that says, that there's no law of disease or disharmony anyway. The only law is the law of God and the law of one. So our free will always allow us to decide what we think and what we believe. And according to the law of God, it is done unto us as we believe. It is done unto us as we believe in our heart. So that is in our subconscious mind, in that deeper mind. Okay, that's what's working out into our life. And if we want to change the beliefs in that deeper mind, in that subconscious mind, we need to consciously be aware. We need to consciously say, this is so. Our true belief is in our subconscious mind, not what we wished we believed. Because you just can't fool Mother Nature. You just can't. What you really believe is what's out picturing in your life. So all of this then is going on for me silently in my mind as I say grace before eating. Because I know that it's my responsibility to bring God into my food by unifying with it in my mind. I need to recognize that oneness every single time I eat my food in order for the magic to happen, in order for the power to be released. Yes, God is present everywhere, but is God active in our mind? Have I activated the one and only power and invited it into my body by way of food? I must recognize my oneness. Otherwise, it continues to be just a possibility, everywhere present, which is fabulous and fantastic, but it is not benefiting my life. So thank you, God, for the presence of intelligence and wisdom in this food. It could be that simple. Thank you for the presence of intelligence and wisdom in this food that knows exactly where to go in my body, exactly what to do, how to be assimilated, how to be eliminated. Only God knows where to send all of the nutrition and what to eliminate from my body to keep perfect balance, perfect health, and perfect harmony. So what if we recognized this every single time that we put food in our mouth? Are you even aware how often we put food in our mouth? Crazy. We're usually so mindlessly just popping things in our mouth, and I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about me. So mindlessly that we never stop to claim the goodness of God as the source of the green nation that created the food, and then to unify with that so that we have the power of the whole food. Otherwise, why eat it? So a good practice this week: how often can you remember to activate that God energy into every piece of food you put in your mouth? Just silently and humbly, because you need to remember you don't have to be the grace police with anyone other than yourself, because that's annoying, right? So I have this is real funny, so I'm writing this and I wanted to take a little break, and so I mindlessly walked to the cupboard and got some Girl Scout cookies.
No.
Yeah, and I came back and I almost popped one right into my mouth right after writing this, and I said, and so that's what I'm talking about, catching yourself. I don't care if it's a Girl Scout cookie or if it's a piece of broccoli. Whatever it is, you can claim that oneness. If everything is one, then everything is one. Either it is or it isn't. So I'd like to finish with one more very short paragraph out of this book, which I think is a powerful practice and probably helpful to a lot of people. And it's so simple. So remember that we are recognizing oneness, that one power behind, underneath, however you choose to think it, upholding all things, even things that we think of as foreign or disconnected in some way. When we see the connection, then we can receive the gift. Well, that was in the wrong place. Good thing I have a page number here. Very short. This is called Mastering Oneness. Take medicine with awareness. If you're on medication, always thank any plants who synthesized the chemicals that are changing your body. This act of thanksgiving, if you believe my South American friends, makes all plants more interested in helping and healing you. Isn't that easy? So, because I know a lot of people who think of their medication as the enemy. Something foreign, something they don't want to take, something disconnected from the one. But how could that be possible? So if we connect that oneness, then we get that power of that green nation that no matter how many times that's been synthesized into chemicals, was there in the beginning. So connect with that. Unify with that, and it makes all plants more interested in helping and healing you. Isn't that fun? It's like saying grace before taking medication, right? Or how about we say grace before an important meeting or a conversation so that we bring awareness of our oneness in God into that action? Or how about when we get in the car to drive? We could say grace as a recognition of all other drivers and animals on the road being in that one mind of God with us, unifying with it. That invisible intelligence which acts in each individual on behalf of the whole. The Green Nation. Yeah. So I've chosen a song today, and it's honoring the Green Nation, and it's called Church of the Woods.
This is a really fun song that comes from an amazing collection of songs by the Okie Dokie Brothers. On a moonlit night in a temple of birds, the wind chanted mantras in nature's church. Fields of clouds spiraling up in the air, they blessed us with rain, and we sing out a prayer. May you lose yourself in the woods, find yourself again. May you keep on singing and dancing till the end. May your death turn to life, may your death into birth. May your spirit be wild, may your heaven be on earth. The stars above were shamans dancing round the fire, and the river sang harmony in the bugs and critters' choir. The maples were facing Mecca as they were bowing their pine trunks. The birds went on a pilgrimage through all the winter months. Some say that our afterlife is in the sky somehow, but let's bring that then and there down here and now. May you lose yourself in the woods to find yourself again. May you keep on singing and dancing till the end. May your dark turn to light and your death into birth. May your spirit be wild, may your heaven be on earth. May you lose yourself in the woods, find yourself again. May you keep on singing and dancing till the end. May your dark turn to light and your death into birth. May your spirit be wild, may your heaven be on earth. May your spirit be wild, and may your heaven be on earth.
God, you are every mountain. God, you are every ocean. God, you are every canyon, every inch of earth and sky. God, you are every morning. God, you are every midnight. God, you are every moment, every second of my life. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything I know, everything you know, everything I know is you. God, you are every sunrise. God, you are every moonglow. God, you are every star shine, every inch of earth every time, God you are. Every stumble, God you are. Every season, every second of my life. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything I know, everything you know, everything I know is you. Cause you are the very that I read. And your perfect love created me. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything I know, everything you know, everything I know is you. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything I know, everything I know is you. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything I know, everything I know, everything I know is you.
Okay, as the ushers come forward, this is our time to consciously participate in the law of circulation. So if you take your gift in your hand and know with me that as a conduit of God's ever increasing abundance, I have received, and I complete the circle by giving. For I am full of the abundance of spirit. And our affirmation, I am rich in health, wealth, peace, and prosperity.
You are the face of God.
You are the face of God.
I hold you in my heart.
I hold you in my heart.
You are a part of me.
You are a part of me.
You are the face of God.
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 I hold you in my heart.
I hold you in my heart.
You are my family.
You are my family.
You are the face of God.
Face of God.
You are the face of God.
You are the face of God.
I hold you in my heart.
I hold you in my heart.
You are a part of me.
You are a part of me.
You are the face of God.
You are the face of God.
And as we have been blessed, these blessings go forth, continuing the circle of blessings to our church, our community, and our world. And so it is.
Thank you so much, Lou. Okay, I think we're ready for claiming our good. All right, here we go, all together down in like one voice of CSL. Here we go. God is my source and supply. Form is the body of God. Thought is the master of form. I direct my thoughts towards harmony, and so it is.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place
right
at the right time.
time.
I'm just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I'm just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. And get the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place.